My point is, Canadians don't just want the official liberal version, they want the other side of the story by the million. And that's irritating Trudeau and his friends. Why don't we just take the bailout? Why don't we just shut up and do like the CBC does and frankly like Global News does? Well, enter Trudeau's panel. I downloaded their report and I did a word search. The word regulate appears 54 times in their report. 54, of course it did. Like this. We recommend that the CRTC regulate certain internet media content undertakings. Oh, really? Really? Of course you do. Let me give you an example of one of their proposals. In an increasingly connected society, an appropriate balance should be struck between maintaining a free and open space for the exchange of ideas and information, respecting and protecting individual and collective rights and freedoms, and not further marginalizing Canadians from diverse social locations. At the core of the challenges posed by harmful content is the question of the rights and responsibilities of digital intermediaries for the accuracy or appropriateness of information that is distributed on or shared via their platforms and any related social harms that may be caused. Hang on, I mean, I know the Charter of Rights. It has a section called Fundamental Freedoms, and it says everyone has the following fundamental freedoms. It's granted to me as an individual: freedom of speech, freedom of the press, freedom of thought, etc. But now my personal, individual fundamental freedoms, which are ancient, they go back centuries, even millennia by custom, they're now to be balanced against collective rights and diverse social places by people who don't want to be marginalized. What does that even mean? I felt pretty marginalized by Trudeau's cops the other day, but I'm guessing that's not what they mean. Social harm. I didn't see that part in the Charter of Rights. That's just a way of saying, you know, whatever Trudeau doesn't like, you know, like the oil sands or Albertans or whatever. So how are they going to do this? How are they going to regulate the internet? Well, they want the government to decide. A strong, financially stable, and independent news sector that delivers diverse, accurate, trusted, and reliable sources of news to Canadians through a variety of media is essential to the health of democracy and to an engaged citizenry. It is also necessary to counter the spread of misinformation facilitated by communications technologies. This section focuses on ensuring that Canadians have access to a wide range of accurate, reliable, and trusted sources of Canadian news. Now, you know, I don't disagree with those ideas as written. Who doesn't want a strong news sector with diverse points of view, trustworthy, reliable, to counter misinformation? Yeah, check, 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 absolutely. But any two people will have two exactly opposite points of view on that. I believe the CBC is full of left-wing disinformation, propaganda. I believe it is not diverse. I believe it is not trustworthy. Angus Reid's latest poll suggests a lot of people agree with me. But the CBC sure thinks they're honest and that I'm full of it. They think they're right. They think the world is about to die from global warming and only Saint Greta will save us. They think that Donald Trump is a Russian spy. They're certain of their truth. My point is, who is telling the truth and who is lying and everything in between? Well, that's ours as individuals to figure out. It's part of life. But this Trudeau handpicked panel wants to make determinations for you by using the government. That's an excerpt from the Ezra Levant Show, which is a show I do every day. I do a monologue, interview an interesting guest, and then I read my hate mail. But you've got to subscribe to it, which you can do at premium.rebelnews.com.